Okay, video game fans, this is Matt. Um, I'm kind of between games right now, and instead of posting a big, long 2.5 hour video, I want to nail some smaller videos. I recently posted Mini Metro, the first game by this company. This is Mini Motorways. Mini Metro, you're building subway lines. In Mini Motorways, you're basically connecting up residents of a city to their workplace. It's very similar with some slight differences. I'm gonna go into the options because music is a. I don't know how loud it is for you, but it's really loud in my ear, so I think I'm going to tweak the audio a little bit. Let's see. A lot of the stuff is the same in this as Mini Metro. There's going to be a lot of the same kinds of things. This game was, I think, released a year or two after Mini Metro. It does have a few more quality of life things. It didn't originally start off with an endless mode, but eventually they added it into the game, and thank you for that because it makes the game so much more fun for me when I can continue to play it. Um, I think Mini Metro, from my experience, I can get deeper into the game in Mini Metro. I can usually get pretty close to the maximum capacity before everything goes to hell. In this game, I find myself failing at the same point almost every single game, and it was really frustrating before they added the endless mode in it because it just felt like ugh, I get to the same point and then it fails. I get to the same point and then it fails, and then I can't continue on. Since they added the endless, though, I've played the game a lot more, and for me it's a little more fun. Um, just like Mini Metro, I'm going to start off by basically showing you some stuff on a game I've already started and played. Um, where's my resume? Do I not have one on here? Oh, well, that's okay. I'm going to have to load that back up again. Do 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 do. I had a game saved. I don't know what happened to it. I'll make sure I'm still recording here. Um, Still recording. Okay, there's the video again. Okay. Huh. I don't have a current game up, I guess. Um, so I guess I won't start that way. I'm just going to start with a new game. So in I'll get to I'll explain the game a little bit. Just like in Mini Metro, there are a bunch of different cities, as you can see here. The game isn't as old. They don't have near as many maps on here, and there's still some I need to unlock because obviously I haven't done some of these. These are some new add-ons, but I have done a bunch of these. It's a very colorful game. Mini Metro was really kind of stark. I find this game they did a lot better. They really incorporated color. It may not look as realistic, but it's very pretty. I think it really sells the chill vibes of this kind of game with the color arrangements. They also have a slight difference. They have a like white mode, a day mode. They've got the night mode, and then they have the color mode, which is, you know, it might not look as realistic because in the basically the old original day mode, the green areas are like parks and grassy areas, and they'll have mountains and stuff like that. And obviously blue is rivers. But if you play in the color mode, they just kind of play up some of the more rich colors of the game, and it may not look as realistic, but it's prettier to look at. Let's just say that. Right from the beginning, they also had the ability to take a snapshot of your final city in its final state, and you could have a little picture you could post on your social network, of choice, just a little JPEG or whatever it is of your city and its name, and it'll be framed, kind of like a postcard. It's kind of cute. It's a little feature I might show at the end. Then of course they have a daily challenge and a weekly challenge. These are just like the regular cities, but they're given some restrictions. So for like this one, in this particular daily challenge, they're doing Spaghetti Junction. You start with 5 motorways, which are highways, but then you don't get any the rest of the game. So you kind of want to wait and use them until you really need them. They also have license to thrill, which means the speed limit is increased on bridges, so bridges don't slow down traffic as much. Okay. On this weekly challenge, they've got a limits of buy one get one free, so that all the weekly upgrades are doubled. So instead of getting one traffic or two traffic lights, you're going to get four or whatever. Can't be choosers. Only one choice of upgrade is offered, so you're not going to get the choose this or this. You're just going to get this one choice, and that's it. So you're going to take it whether you like it or not. So it's probably going to be something you don't really need. And small town charm. No destinations become circles. I'll explain what that means once I get into the game. I'm not going to do a challenge. The challenge is where you can kind of see yourself up against the other people who have posted. If you look over here, my scores run from upper 700s, 800s into the 12, 1700s. So when you see these scores in the there's the bell curve. But when you see these scores that are in the upper 2000s, 3000s, 5000s, I'm like, man, these people are like savants. So yeah, I'm not in their ballpark. Um, let's see if I can unlock something. Let's see. I have not scored something in London, and if I get 300 trips in London, it'll unlock Mumbai. Okay, that's a plan. We can play in dark, we can play in white, or we can play in the color. I'll play in the color mode. There's the different modes. I haven't actually unlocked expert. Classic is this is standard. Endless is basically what you're going to do when you fail. It just basically allows you to continue without like failure, without the different failure points. Expert, I don't know what expert is. I'll just test your mastery east map. So before diving in, try. Okay, so it'll unlock once you've actually played this map at least once. Yeah, here it is. You get 600 to unlock it. So I'm not sure what the expert mode is. Challenges unlock there, and then of course there's the scores. So anyway, I'll explain it as I go. You're going to start in very zoomed in on a very small little urban thing. This is as big as these buildings are going to look the rest of the game, because it's going to constantly zoom outward. This is your total area. You see where the grid is? Not the hash lines, but the grid. Those are the spaces you have to build right now. Throughout the game, it's going to continue to go back and back and back and farther out until eventually it gets to its maximum dimensions. This has a rail line. That's interesting. I wonder what that means, because this is not the typical shape. Typically, there are square shapes that represent kind of like low-density businesses, and every once in a while they'll get transformed into a circle, which has a higher volume of employees. It's like a bigger, more dense version. This is actually a double, too. They usually don't start you off with a double. Usually when a business pops in, and you have no choice in this matter, it just pops in wherever it wants to pop in, there's usually just one. This one is actually a double business. One of them is already established. This one will come in sometime eventually. It could come in pretty soon. It might not come in for several weeks. This is your residence. And in this game, instead of building one long trail line, you're basically just trying to connect. And instead of in Mini Metro, again, I'm going to reference that quite a bit. In Mini Metro, the little shapes on the map all produce a passenger that wants to go to a certain destination. That's not done in this game. In this game, all of the red businesses, all of the red houses, because this is a little house, everybody that lives at the red house wants to go to the red business to work. Everybody that lives in a green house wants to go to a green business. A pink house wants to go to a pink business. There's several different ways you can approach this game. You can try to make your cities kind of look like a real world city with lots of intersections and roundabouts. The roundabouts are the very popular ways of dealing with traffic density. Traffic lights tend to back up in this game pretty badly, but an unlighted intersection like this can be a real nightmare, because cars will just constantly be waiting for one car to go, one car to go, one car to go. Whereas traffic lights are better than this. Roundabouts are typically better, but even roundabouts can get backed up. But anyway, You're creating a path line for them to take. And a realistic map, you could have all sorts of streets and avenues. The more I like to think of it as kind of like a circuit board kind of mode, where you're basically trying to get all of your like in this case, if I have a bunch of red houses, I want them all on the same path that's going to the same building, and I don't want anybody else using that except red houses going to red businesses. If I get a pink business over here and a pink house, I want those to connect, but I don't necessarily need them to connect to this at all, because there's not going to be anybody going back and forth until houses come out in a way that makes them, forces them to use the same roads. Typically, you just want to be as efficient as possible. You don't want to have a lot of extraneous roads around. These are trees. I don't know what I think you lose some points if you plow through a tree, the little treed areas, because this is a game that's about earning points. Um, I'm going to go ahead and start this. I have no idea if this railroad line has anything to do with anything, or if it's just cosmetic. Um, you do need bridges to cross a river. I should explain what the different specialty buildings are, because this is similar to Mini Metro but slightly different. Um, so basically, on your turn, you're just building road, and these are all of the road spaces I have to build with right now. Every time you get to the end of the week, you're going to get a choice of upgrades, and those upgrades will come with a function plus a certain number of roads. You're going to have a choice between the like little interstate, like little highway signs that can take you directly from here all the way across the map and plop it out here. So it keeps traffic highly flowing along that high speed route. It doesn't connect up with every little road in town. Bridges cross water. This means I can cross two different places. It doesn't mean two different spaces. It just means two different places, meaning I can have a bridge going 5 tiles across this river, and over here I can have another one crossing 3. This isn't the number of bridge pieces, it's the number of bridges. This particular map, London, doesn't have mountains. Certain maps have mountains, and they'll need tunnels to go through them. Tunnels function similarly, but a little differently. The mountain ranges also interfere with your ability to put your highways across the map. They block those. What else? You get traffic lights and roundabouts. I mentioned both of those. Oh, is that it? I'm pretty sure that's all the different special buildings. I don't think there's anything else, or special road construction. So I'm going to go ahead and start this going. Oh, maybe that's just a graphic element. I have no idea. This is new to me. I've never had a map that had a railroad, but it's not an old game, and they're still doing lots of patches and updates and new features. So this is an interesting conundrum. I can crisscross this easy enough, no big deal, but I can also avoid crisscrossing. Oh, that's interesting. That's going to block roads. How can I cross railway lines? I guess I can do it like that, but I can't cross this without having a bridge to the other side. That's interesting. So if I want to keep these separated, all I have to do is do this and do this. It looks horrible, but it keeps these two lines completely separate from each other. We'll see how this works. Luckily, I'm fairly free to just kind of rework this anytime I want. So if it gets hairy or it doesn't work the way I want to, then I can just completely start erasing stuff. You do need to wait. Like right now, if I started erasing this road, it wouldn't disappear until this car that is at work returns home. So it'll basically just hold it there. And eventually, once that car comes home, everything that you erased will disappear. So that's how that works in terms of editing. Ideally, it's nice to have a bunch of clustered businesses, or clustered homes that are the same color, but you don't have a control over that. Sometimes they're just going to come in at weird colors. This is a weird map. There's, I feel like I'm playing an entirely new game. This is kind of exciting because I haven't seen all these new things. So here's the thing. Um, I don't have any roundabouts. When I do get a roundabout, I'll kind of show you some of the stuff that kind of limits you. Ideally, you don't really want to have like a street crossing the entrance like this. Um, because it tends to back up traffic. It tends to back up everybody that wants to leave this building into the parking lot because they have to wait for traffic on the street. I like to have a little bit of a lead into these. Like I don't like this at all. I probably am gonna go out and around like that. As far as this yellow building, or yellow house goes, I'm gonna go like that. It is gonna create some traffic here, but that's not too horrible. This is really bad now, but I don't really want a lot of. I want to see where what houses come up here before I do anything different. If a bunch of red houses get clustered over here, then I'll probably just connect it up over here. But otherwise, everything looks okay. Okay, so here's your first choice for the first week. I can either get 2 traffic lights with 20 new road tiles, or I can take 1 bridge with 20 new road tiles. Well, I haven't used either of my 2 bridges yet, so I'm probably not going to take that. If you take the, it's not called the highway, whatever it is called, they usually only give you 10 roads because it's an infinite size, so it doesn't really affect it. But there's also every once in a while, instead of giving you a traffic light or a roundabout or something like that, it might just give you 40 road tiles instead of taking 20 and the little thing. Yeah, this is good for me. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some traffic lights in. And you can see how they function. They basically are green and I'm not exactly sure. This is a 3-way. This is a 3-way. It can go 4. I think it can go 5, but I'm not exactly sure how it rearranges its lights in those cases. Ideally, you don't really want to have intersections get all crazy like that. You want to keep them as simple as possible. You don't want lots of crisscrossing traffic and a lot of traffic getting backed up on these things. I can tell they're going to get backed up on that, crossing that railroad track. I'm really curious to see. See, these are what the standard buildings look like. I didn't show that, but yeah. For some reason, I think they squished this because of the train track. Because I've never seen buildings get this little rectangular look. They're always big and square. Until they get converted into big round ones. Man, it's just a steady stream of trains coming out of there. Okay, well I can get another 2 lights, or I can get a bridge. I still haven't used any bridges, so I'm going to keep the traffic lights coming. They haven't given me any roundabouts. Okay, that's what I was afraid of. Let's see. See, our river has already grown. See, I can build across here now. Or not a river. Our map has grown a little bit. If you have like right now I have an abundance of tracks, I recommend taking advantage of it and maybe throwing some roads out to kind of like, this is where I want this to build to. That for different reasons. One, you want to make sure nothing gets dropped in that space. And 2, if you're really trying to build a road system, it's kind of nice to have a direction of where you want to go, and you want to reserve that edge of the map. You don't want like these little houses to be popped in all willy-nilly. I guess for now I'm just going to do that and see what happens. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Unpause. It's really weird that the first building and first business are red, and I haven't gotten a second one yet. Usually they develop the first business quite a bit before they start dropping in a second and third, but this is interesting. Okay, so then we got another double. No, I don't this. Alright, there's a couple of things about this I really don't like. There. It looks like a big mess, but again, there's a certain method to my madness here. I want to keep some space. I don't want everything to get jammed up, and if I do get a roundabout, I might plop one here. You can't plop a roundabout right next to these entrances anymore, and you can't really build them next to your buildings. Okay, this is gonna be nuts. Okay, I'm gonna move that thing to there. You also don't want to have lots of intersections right next to each other. That's why I moved this intersection from there to there, rather than have an intersection on here and then another intersection there, because traffic gets kind of bottlenecked and it gets stopped from flowing smoothly. So I'm going to get rid of all that. I'm going to have a street going straight up there. I don't like this being right next to that though either. Dang it. What do I want to do with this? I guess that spaces it out a little better. And get rid of all that. Okay. Oh, and I'm going to put my traffic light back in. You can hear the little dingy dings of the... Okay, now I gotta use a bridge. That's fine. I want to use it just like this. I'm setting myself up here. Yeah, that's good. Let's do that. Oh! Out of road tiles. Alright, we'll take one there. Boom. That looks good, doesn't it? I'm afraid they're going to start throwing stuff up in here, and I don't have any connectors up there, but this is all built in. I like this is interesting. This rail line provides a very interesting challenge because it slows down traffic near it when the trains are on it. I like this. This is good. I love that the fact I got 4 businesses over here together. Okay, so I got 30 road tiles or 20 road tiles with a roundabout. Well, I'm going to take the roundabout. I'm going to try something wild here. Look at that. Kind of gnarly. But instead of having an intersection here and then another weird intersection over here, now all of these cars are going to come over to this roundabout and go to the business that they need to go to. It's probably going to get backed up, but we'll see how it plays out. I think it looks interesting. I wish these buildings over here were a slightly different arrangement. I want to connect this up here, but I don't want this house to be on that line. So maybe I'll do this. I don't know. We'll see how the houses get dropped in. I don't like making neighborhoods too early, but it's best not to have a ton of houses emptying onto a street that gets a lot of cross traffic. It's better to have them on these little, almost like cul-de-sac areas, these little off the main street. It just keeps, the traffic doesn't get interrupted by people coming and going out of their homes. But I'm going to see how this is going to work over here, if that's going to be smooth or not. Might want to put a roundabout here in the middle of town, but for now that stoplight seems to be keeping the traffic going. Right now the city is pretty small. as it gets bigger, and we are still zooming out, it gets to be a little hairier and hairier. We've got a new color, for instance. This drives me crazy, though. Because we have right now, we have all of these residences living here, working at all these other locations. And now you have a resident living all the way over here in the business district, crisscrossing the opposite way to come over to work here. So I could take it over here. I don't have a bridge, so I can't do that. So I guess we're going to connect it up there, which is not ideal. I'm going to switch that around then. Ugh. This is where having one of those little highways would be nice. I guess I can do this and see what happens. A lot of my decisions are based on where the next houses come. See, like this one popped in there, that's fine. Those can both empty onto that same space. If they're built side by side, then I'll build the roads one way. If they're built next to each other, I'll build them a different way. That works all right. It is going to add in some excess traffic, though. I could build a bypass over here, but there's no guarantee they'll take it. I'd have to do something a little more time efficient, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what the residents... People start moving in here. Maybe I'll build a road over there. Oh, you notice the train's on a full circuit. We've zoomed out far enough so you can see the whole train circuit. Okay, so here's my first roadway. I'm going to build that. Usually I wouldn't do this right this moment, but because this is so honky-hairy over here, this seems to be not a bad decision. I'm going to build that there, and that there. I technically could cut this all off now. But, okay, here's how the highways work. So they're always numbered. The first one's 1, the second one will be 2, the third one will be 3. You place its origin point, and then you drag it to where you want it to go. And it'll just create a line between the 2 points. Now, these cars, anybody that wants to use this line can use it either direction. But right now, it's not really efficient for any of these colors to use it. So most likely it's just going to be the greenhouses. Their cars are just going to jump on here, fly over here, go to work, and then come home. Ordinarily I wouldn't do this quite this soon, but as I said before, right now most of my houses are here and they're working over here. This is working against the grain, and this is just a quick solution to that. Okay. That's what I was afraid of. So my yellow residents are here, and now up here. I only have I only have 20. I can do that. That's all right, I guess. I don't want to destroy my tree. Alright, we'll go up here then. That's one thing I gotta be careful of in this game. When they do drop in new buildings, sometimes they'll drop in a couple, and you might not see it. They're not real good about putting these things on roads, and even if it gets dropped next to a road, sometimes they, for some stupid reason, they put it parallel. They don't like to connect it to the road, so just be aware that that happens. I'm going to go ahead and connect that to that. This is an interesting challenge. I like this. Perfect. That way the residents can be on either side. I'm expecting a business to get dropped in down here. Something's going to screw me up. So because green are using this highway, they're not jamming up traffic here. Because these guys are going back and forth, and that's gumming everything up. Okay, so the green went from a square to a circle. So now instead of 6, because these will fill up to 6, I think this fills up to 9. So there's a higher demand for workers now. I am out of... I have to do that for now. I don't like that, but... I'm out of road pieces, so I can't just connect these up where I want. Oh, I can do that though. Oh, okay, good. I needed this. So a motorway would be great, but it only gives me 10 roads, and I'm out of roads, so I gotta go for the thing that gives me more roads. Um, Luckily I got one bridge, because I'm gonna have to get over there. What a stupid area, though, because look at that. Ugh. Okay, I still got 3 traffic lights. Um, yeah. It'd be kind of stupid to put them out here because there's no traffic there. I like to put these in 4 ways more than 3 ways, but a particularly hairy 3-way I guess works as well. That's a 4-way, but right now there isn't anybody coming from the red, but there are people going up and around, and I could put one there. I could put one there. They're not doing me any good sitting over here, and I can always move them later. Um, I'll put that there and see what happens. Actually, no, I'm going to move that. Oh, I have to delete it. I can't move it. There. Oh. Okay. I like this game so much. It's so colorful. It's so pleasant. Oh, it's so excruciating. You have no idea how much pleasure this gives me of having all of these businesses all just getting clustered over here. It's so much nicer to have that than have them scattered all over the town because it just creates so many clusters of traffic where they just get gummed up. There's a lot of back and forth here. I could probably do stuff to make it a little more efficient. I could easily put in some highways that makes the travel faster, but so far they're not getting backed up, which is good. So we're up to Sunday, so we're almost ready for some new stuff. I need the road tiles. Again, I'd love to have the motorway, but I have very few road tiles right now. Okay, so now I can actually build around that river junction there. Got a lot of space. I have plenty of areas that I can delete roads, though, too. I just love that little train. That's so great. Okay, this is interesting. Okay. Well, we got these yellow businesses or businesses, these yellow residents over here. That's easy enough to connect up. I could just go. These 3 are basically still supporting them. I can reverse this to go over here. Give those guys the option. They can go either way. I don't know what's going to come in here, so I don't want to make too many big plans. If it's blue or red, great. If it's green, that's not bad either, because again, we have the highway thing there. While I'm here, I kind of want to fix this issue though. Yeah, it's all right, I guess. It's not ideal, but ideally, screw it. I'm just gonna go through, get rid of the trees. This is the most efficient way to do it. I don't want to have this line messing up where my houses are. Again, I'm just kind of extending some roads to kind of keep houses. I don't want a house to be dropped there. We're pretty close, if not at the maximum map size now. I don't think it's going to get much bigger. It's not like this thing has an infinite growth. It doesn't keep getting huger and huger. This is pretty close to maximum, I think. Huger and huger. Alright, I'm gonna do this. What the heck? Rather than connecting it to this bypass road and having it go swirling around. I think that works. Okay. Alright, we got 300 trips in London. I'm going to go ahead and do this and that and get rid of that line. Although I still think I want to at least extend that out to keep something from dropping in there. Yeah, 3 blue businesses are all up here, and the blue homes are kind of scattered right now. I have no bridges. I don't have a use for a roundabout, but I don't think it's all that great. I'm worried about bridges right now. I'm worried about stuff getting dropped over here. Okay, good. That's very good. Let's hope some businesses come in here. God, this is where it really drives me crazy. I really wish I could slide this business down, just down. Where it is kind of messed up. But I can do this and delete that. That's a little better. So now when they get off of this interstate thing, they come in here and they're going to go that way or that way. I'd like to put a traffic light in there, but alright, that works. Just a little modification. See, they're getting backed up over here. Between the train track and the traffic light and just the fact there's such a high volume going in both directions, it's getting a little backed up. So that's not good. Shoot. Oh, green line, what are you doing to me? I could connect it up over here. Kind of make it long. It would really encourage all my greens to continue to use this. This is the shorter route. If I connect it up to this street, they can just drive right down the street. But again, it's going to create more congestion in the middle of town. This would cost me another bridge. I should probably just be safe and connect it there for now, and maybe connect it up over here if I get some more tiles. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I think what I want to do is bring this over and then across and then down. I don't have enough roads to build it yet, but that's the plan. Well, you know what's going to screw it up is if they drop a bunch of houses in there and I can't get it built. Where are we at? Friday. Okay, we're almost at the end of the week. Okay, that sucks. Okay, we'll connect that there and there. And there. Yeah, so now we have all these green residences here. It'd be nice. I could just go right across, but... Okay, well this gets me more roads. I could just as easily build a motorway. Motorways can act as a temporary bridge too. Like if you really, really, really needed a bridge right now, taking a motorway, even if it's just temporarily, that can cross rivers as easily as a bridged road can do. So sometimes I've used these as like temporary bridge. Then once I get bridges, I get rid of the motorway, replace it with a bridge, and then use the motorway where it's more efficient crossing the city. Ideally, you want your motorways to go from one corner of your map to the other, or you want if you have a neighborhood over here that's yellow, red, and blue, and you have businesses over here that are yellow, red, and blue, that's the most ideal you can possibly get. I need the roads though. This is too tight. I can't put a roundabout there. I would have to build it there or over one, and I don't know how it's going to fit with the railroad either. It's not going to solve my congestion. Um, the traffic is still going to get backed up there. It could alleviate it to a degree, but see, I could build it there. Yeah, I can't build it that close to the rail line. It has to be at least one space away from the rail line. Okay, I'm gonna rebuild this. The question is how am I going to connect it up with here and here? If I build it there, okay, and this can go straight in from the bottom, and this can go at the angle there. This could go straight in there, and this could go straight in from there. It's a five-way crisscross, which I don't like. But I can't. I have to keep this going north and south because there's red houses here and there's a red business there. They have to get through there. Yellow, yellow and blue are the biggest offenders crisscrossing. This is going to slow some things down, but I think it's still a little more efficient than having a gangly traffic light there. Okay, I got 23 roads. No bridges. Alright, well, I'm still going to save the space. I'm going to build this. Everything except for the bridge is built. Light blue, light blue. I could easily take that across, too. This is pretty Spartan over here. There's not a lot of buildings here, so I'm probably okay for now, but the second I say that, then all things are just going to go to hell, so. You know what I could also do? Until I get the bridge, why don't I build this to here? Yeah, but this is green people, green houses. They're trying to get to these businesses, not travel up there. Yeah, I'll just leave it there for now. I still have one more traffic light. I'm looking at for an intersection that's getting a lot of business. It's not too busy yet, but it's gonna be there eventually. Oh, you poop. Ah, even worse. Even worse. Oh, nuts. I don't want yellow crisscrossing this residential area. All the yellow is up here. I really need a highway that goes down here. I don't have a bridge. Oh, shoot. Wow, that really blows. That really blows. I'm lucky I have enough roads to do all this. But yellow is... that commute time for yellow is horrible. I'm out of roads. God dang it. I'm out of roads. Okay. Oh, this is bad. This is so bad. hurry up, get over there. Motorway. I hate that. I hate having to put a motorway because I don't have enough road tiles, but this is going to be the only thing I can do to solve this problem. Question is where? Where do I want to put this, or where do I want to connect it? Off here, off here. None of this is good. I guess I could just do it there. That's gonna make that intersection just absolutely suck. I don't really want to do it there. Let's see, what would be the most efficient thing I could do with this? I need all these to connect up and come down to a point where they can get onto the interstate link and come out over here. Where? I don't know. I guess there. Shoot. It's not a bad four-way intersection. I don't want to turn it into a five-way, though, is the problem. But if everybody's just going to jump on this, maybe that won't be too bad. It'll definitely expedite the travel time between these commuters. I need to connect this up. I need bridges. See, now we're at the point where I need everything. I need bridges. I need roads. Everything is starting to fall apart here. I've only got 6 roads left. I can't connect everything up that I want to connect. Ugh! 1 road left. Okay, so we delete some more stuff. Oh, wow, I hate this. Oh, 1 short. Wow, I hate that. I'd rather have this connected up down here where I already have red going, but I guess that's that. I'll probably have to connect that up there. I don't know. I'm crisscross it here. I need more bridges. I need a bridge here. I need a bridge here. I need a bridge here. I need more roads. Ugh, that's a horrible connection. This is getting jammed up. There's nothing I can do about it. I haven't added any houses up here. It's just... Ugh. Everything is getting yuck. Saturday, come on. Get through Sunday. Give me some new stuff. I need roads. I need bridges. I need lots of roads. Come on, Sunday. Come on, Sunday. I'm about ready to fail. There's almost nothing I can do about it. I have to take the roads. I have to take the roads. Again, because I want a single intersection, not adjacent intersections. I could just take this over to here. I don't know where, hopefully that car's going and not coming. God, I need bridges so badly. I got 1 roundabout. I need to examine my traffic flow. I can't fit it in here. I can put it out here where I got lots of space, but there's not a lot of traffic here. Mercy! What the frag? What the... I need bridges. I don't got bridges. I don't have enough roads to connect it up all over there. Oh, this really blows. Really blows. Boy, that's awful. That is awful. That's not long enough. One, two. Yeah, I can connect it to there. Boy, that's dumb. Oh, I hate that so much. I need roads. I'm about ready to fail. All these maxed out sixes over here, they're gonna fail me. I got a maxed out 9. Look at these. These are dialing up. I'm just trying to keep my head in it. It's gonna fail. It's gonna fail. There's nothing I can do to stop it. And I'll show you what continuous mode, endless mode looks like. It's just, they're all gummed up. They're just absolutely gummed up. 75 days. Continue and endless. I'll take my fail status out. Now, instead of waiting for the Sundays to come up, you're waiting for deliveries. Maxing out, trying to get as many people into their destination as possible, and this little dial will go up. And when it does, you'll get like a little guitar pick looking thing that'll tells you that you can get your bonuses. But you got to max it out. Unfortunately, they don't give you anything until you do it, so I'm still stuck with these houses that don't have roads connecting them up. Oh wow, this is, I need bridges so badly. Okay, there's this. No bridges. I can get road tiles though. No bridges. I like things to be neat. Yep. This is all just... Oh, I didn't realize there's a house there too that wasn't connected to anything. Adding even more traffic in here. Oh man, I got a red house going to the wrong spot. He's using the green highway. Not that that's, that's fine, but it doesn't need to. What else can I do here? I have a one roundabout. I'm going to get rid of that and replace it with a roundabout. Now that there's a bunch of houses here. Yellow is coming down there. I'm going to get this off of this main drag here. I need bridges. I need so many bridges to fix these problems. Do I got everything connected though? I think I got all the houses connected to lines. Let's see what happens now that I've connected houses that were separated. This should increase the number of vehicles going to work. At some point it'll max it. Give me bridges! I hate this. I just hate it. Oh my god. Traffic is backed up so deep. You know what? I'm gonna put that there. That goes there. What? What is that doing up there? That's horrible location. Ah. 11. It's connected. I mean, they'll get their way there, but that's just a horrible location for business. If I had the tracks, I'd go ahead and draw it because this is maximum size. I like to have an outskirt road that if, some of these yellow houses could come over here and work here. So I'm thinking about disconnecting this portion, or I don't know, bringing this across, bypassing all of this, would curb at least some of the yellow to come down here. But I'm afraid it would also bring a lot of the... Why don't I take that off of there? Oops. And connect it there. It'll keep the yellow traffic a little bit... I don't know. I'm just trying to... I wish I could get this to 4 lines without getting it too convoluted. All of these need to get over there. I can't solve this problem here. This is just a nightmare. Traffic nightmare. I love the fact that all these are businesses over here, but this is creating, because everything is truncated into this one little line, it makes it kind of a challenge. I could disconnect this and connect that over here or something else, but I just don't think that's going to solve my problems. I think it's just going to make the problem worse. I mean, at the very least, green isn't in this mess. Oh, I got some more houses connected. Bridges! Okay, at least one bridge. Now, the question is, where is the best place for me to build the bridge? I think I want to bring some red. I already got red going there, but it'd be nice to have some red coming from here. I don't know if that's necessary. The blue's not going to use it. I don't have any yellow businesses going that direction either. But if some of the red works here and they want to take it, I don't know, whatever. That's fine. It looks fine. Alright, so there's the one bridge I did. I need another bridge there. I want a bridge there. But you kind of understand my definition of these kind of games. Yeah, this is a chill little game. And now look at it. It's a crazy, chaotic game that's stressful. Yeah, I'll put that on there. I got way too much traffic on this thing. Yeah, let's pull this down here instead. Green. Another green. That's a strange place for green business. Or greenhouse. Another greenhouse. What's going on? Great, they're... I do not have enough interstates either, but that's not my highest priority right now. What are all these green houses building up here for? No! No! I can't even connect that one. That's got to go across the water. Oh, you suck. Okay, get that there. Well, that's stupid. Now I'm gonna have all that jammed up. I don't need roundabouts. I need roads. I need bridges. Well, this is stupid. That's good. I guess that solves some of my issues. Now yellow's connected up over here too. I don't know why I'm doing that, but I'm doing it. Without a bridge, I can't fix that problem. I would love to get these stupid red buildings going away from that there, so they're not jamming that up at all. Now they're all there. They should be going all north. God, this is so crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. It's flowing. It's a little jammed up, but it's not stopped. You know the worst part of this? I'll finally get my bridge, and instead of being able to build it here or here, where I really want it, I'm gonna have to build a stupid bridge here to connect up to this stupid blue house that's got no outlet. Alright. That's a really weird location. Good place for a roundabout. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but... Look at this. Look at this. That... just completely jammed. Oh, man. That's completely jammed. People who think that the roundabouts are just like, oh yeah, that just solves all your problems. No, it doesn't. It's supposed to keep the traffic moving, but it doesn't keep the traffic moving if they're jammed up elsewhere on the line, you know? Doesn't matter how fast they travel through that little spot if they can't travel the rest of the routes smoothly. I missed something. Okay, there's a house there on blue that... that's not good. Let's take it to there. Oh, it is what it is. Just trying stuff at this point. Just trying stuff, seeing what floats. Shoot. Shoot! Stop it! Stop putting houses where they don't belong. Yeah, I don't care. I don't want these things on that line. I want them elsewhere. All these green businesses, all these green houses, their workplace is all on the opposite side of town. This is horrible. They're going to have to utilize this, which they can't get to. So they need an entirely. So they're probably going to have to travel down here. Wow, this is so messed up. It's cool. It's wonderful, but oh my God, is it frustrating. Meanwhile, most of the traffic is completely frozen. I don't know why you're traveling on that thing. Why are you traveling all the way up there? There's no businesses in that vicinity. Yeah, I got a red business here, a red house. Why do I keep calling them businesses? Really shoving every little house into this thing. I would love to connect some of these up in a different way, but failure to get any kind of bridge system to work for me. Just keep dropping houses into the areas that I can't solve. I can't solve these problems. No. All I hear are the traffic, the honking horns. It's just everything's gummed up. Everything's gummed up. Ow. Try that. They can't leave. This really sucks. In a funny way, but it still sucks. Everything's filled in. All the little houses are connected except for this one. They're connected in a way that I do not like. I gotta see if this thing's gonna ever get up to where it's gonna need to give me another level. Halfway. Keep pushing it. Keep pushing it. Come on, a few more, keep running, keep running. It fell back. Well, this might be my cap. I might not be able to get past this. Usually there's a solution. Usually if I rework some roads and turn this over here and throw this around here, I can figure it out, but there's so many moving parts. They haven't even dropped in the last business here. Got 13 roads. I can try to create some bypasses. I just don't see how it's going to help in most of these circumstances. It's just too dense. It's just too dense. Oh, I have to connect it to there. I don't have a choice. I thought about just connecting it, swinging this thing back over here, but the problem is I have all these light blue businesses. They gotta work at these locations too. Yeah, these guys are using the bridge too. Shoot. Move this to there. And do I have a traffic light that's not doing diddly squat? Thank you for screwing that up. Okay, let's get that traffic light, put it there. Built all these extra roads to get that drag. If I do this, it'll keep the line of traffic going in two different ways instead of all bunching down here. Try that. Oh, I almost got it up there. I got 12 more roads. I still have a traffic light. God, I need a traffic light there. It's moving, it's moving. Just need a little more juice. Still need a bridge to fix that problem. I don't know what to do with all that. Alright, this is definitely better. Yellow for the most part is getting one more level up. I don't want to end on this tragic colossus of horribleness. Alright, alright. Make a drastic move here. I gotta do something. I gotta wait for that bridge to disappear, and then I can build one across here. I don't think that's gonna solve all my problems, but I need something. Okay. Got green traffic going that way, got blue traffic coming back. Needs a traffic light, but right now my traffic lights are all pretty busy intersections. So I need a few more traffic lights. I need at least 2 more highways. I need probably 3 more bridges. I'm not getting anything because this thing's not going to dial up where I need it. Look at all these cars that are backed up. 6 isn't enough to get across. Endless honking horns. It's like, shut up! Welcome to the big city. Man. Well, I don't think I can get any farther. I can continue to tweak this here and there and try to make it a little more efficient as I can, but I don't know what else I can do to make this any better at this point. I'd probably be better off moving this Highway 1 destination over to here because there's a larger cluster of green. I think these guys can probably drive their way to these locations. You know, because I could do this. But then I'd want to find a better route for green to take. Intersection. God dang it. Do I have a dead end somewhere that's too long? No. There we go. Something ended. I don't like this, but it needs a traffic light. Light blue as well. I really need to have this bridge come across here, but I just don't got the capacity right now. If I thought I could delete one of these bridges and get it somewhere else, but all the bridges are being heavily utilized. I only got what, 3, 4? Yeah, 5 I guess. 5 bridges. 2 linear highways. What do I got? 1, 2, 4 traffic lights and 3 roundabouts. Well, let's go to the camera mode. This is where you can do your little city. You can either show it with all of your problems or hide it. You can change the text of what's on here. So this doesn't show anything. This tells you the town, or the town and what your where you reached, like your milestone level. So this is London. Now you can put in the little cloud effects, making it except it kind of crops some, it covers up some of your stuff in the corner, but it's kind of cute for a postcard or just a white frame. Snap a photo and it'll drop it in your screenshot library, or if you've created your own custom folder, I've done that before on my other computer. And again, you can post this on your social media sites, show off your little city building. That's that. I spent longer on that than I intended, but like I said, you fail on this thing fairly easily, I think. But I think that I'm so happy that they added the endless mode, because I do like looking at the cities when they get really big. I like trying to navigate and figure out the little problem. And as you see, I can keep tweaking it and tweaking it and tweaking it until I find a way to get that thing to dial up to the max, and then get another bonus thing, which will probably help me alleviate some of my problems, either because I'm bridging across an area, giving my traffic an alternate path, creating a highway that can bypass a bunch of stuff to really thin out the traffic. But anyway, that is mini motorways. Hope you enjoyed it. I did my 300, so that unlocked Mumbai. So now I can have another one I can try out. I'm gonna try playing some other little games and try to record those, and hopefully they'll go a little quicker than this one. I know I have a game of Elder Sign Omens that I will fail utterly on. That's probably going to be the next game I post. Some other board game ones. I have some other video games ones I want to try too. I'm just not sure. I'm just not. I don't have a lot of confidence in it. I've recorded 3 videos of. I won't go into it here. Um, I've recorded a bunch of videos that I just haven't decided if I want to post or yet. I think the smaller videos are probably going to get more views right now, so I'm kind of shooting for some other smaller games to play. But anyway, this has been Mini Motorways. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give me a like, give me some comments. I like to hear the feedback. I don't get a lot, but I try to respond to what I see. And when I see a bunch of 000 and all of a sudden I see somebody responding, I say, oh, somebody made a comment. I always make sure I like those. Thanks for watching.